Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hockey in the Creek on this Friday night. Tonight's matchup is your Battle Creek Kernels versus the MJDP MetroJet Developmental Program. The MJDP comes in with a record of 19-21-1, and your Kernels have a record of 14-25-1. So looks like we're going to get ready to get this thing going here in Battle Creek on this Friday night. I think everybody is happy that the weather has changed, a little bit warmer. Thank you for joining us here on Black Bear TV. Kernels have it in the neutral zone. Kercab, hard hit on Kercab. Given by Stanhope. Rimmed around, held in by Ashton Reagan. Pass across. Off a Stanhope skate, he carries it through the neutral zone. A little bit of a one-hopper. And Galvin Regan reels that one in, that bouncing puck, and we'll have a face-off deep in the Kernel zone. To the left of the Kernel netminder. Face-off win by the Kernels. Puck gets to the corner. Good hustle by Brackett to get control of it, gets it to the point. Pass out front. Little deflection in front. Galvin Regan was there. We have a high stick, and this will come back all the way down. It's played with a high stick. Face-off will be deep in the Kernel zone to the right of Galvin Regan. Kernels win that face-off. Taylor gets it to Lang. Lang gets it up to Brzezinski. And that's called offside. Pass was a little bit behind. So we'll have a face-off outside of the zone. Maximu and Smith for DP. Maximo for your Kernels wins that. Dumped in, intercepted, and soft chipped into the neutral zone. Maximo has it. Turns, carries it in, leaves it for Cornett. Cornett kind of fans on it, but that worked out well for him. Vaskovich has it. It's pinned. But Wolf comes away with it for the Kernels. Wolf tried turning his body to get a shot off. Cornett protects that puck, but still, Schaefer comes away with it. Schaefer turns behind the net. Takes a hit by Cornett. Carried in by Brackett. Smith lost an edge. And that is dumped in. The Metro Development Program. Fournier has it through the neutral zone, into the Kernel zone. Carries it into the corner, pass out front. Dangerous move by the Kernels to carry it out right through the hash marks like that, but got it out of the zone, and now DP gets it back in. McLean battles with that puck, gets it out to the point. Pass over. Shot blocked by Getson. The team captain, the Kernels captain, who is not afraid to get in front of that shot puck to help out his netminder. Quick shot and blockered down by Regan. That was Pika with that quick shot. Soft chipped up and over. Kirkhab battles for it, gets it, passes out front, nobody there, nobody home. That's all right, and it comes out. Ashton Reagan dumps it to the corner. Icing's waved off. Fournier turns, looks. Gets it to Simpson. Simpson gets it up to Curto. Shot that deflected off of the defender, and Galvin Regan was able to make that save. Kernels get control into the neutral zone. Carried with speed is Rzinski. Turns. Puck knocked off. Rzinski still has it. Off the linesman's skate. Pass out to Ashton Reagan. Hard shot up and over Cyrus, the DP netminder. Simpson and Guntapov battle for it. Kernels hold it in. Simpson has it. Tried to clear it and was successful. DP carries it in. Shot by Curto. Blocker to the corner. Kernels get it. On the half wall. Pass across. Intercepted by Brackett. Wolf takes it back. Pass. Deflected in the neutral zone. Here comes Wolf to Maximo. He's in his feet. Couldn't control it. DP comes the other way. Brackett into the zone. DP is definitely trying to crash the net. They're going wide and getting traffic in front of Galvin Regan. They'll have to keep an eye on that. That shot was fanned on by Schaefer. Kernels get it in deep. Icing's waved off. Backhanded by Cornett. Nobody home. Now the DP comes the other way. It is Brackett. Loses the puck. Kernels do get it into the neutral zone and out of harm's way. Fournier turns and looks. Deflected off of the Kernel, so icing is waved off. Headmanned up. This is Maximo to Cornett. Shot wide. I don't know if Cyrus saw that. It was not on net, but Cyrus never moved. So I don't know if he knew it was going to go wide or just never saw that shot by Cornett. DP has it in to the Kernel zone. Turned over, shot, deflected by Regan. Rebound, tipped up and over. Back to the point. Shot high over Galvin Regan, about 4 feet, and that's into the netting. And we'll have a face-off. To the left of Galvin Regan. Face-off won by the Kernels. Soft chip behind the net, a little too hot. DP gets control of it. They set up. Pass out front. Good defensive play by Kirkhab of your Kernels. Back out to the point. Ooh, that was a knuckler bouncing puck. All right, that was deflected up into the rafters. And we'll have a face-off deep in the Kernels zone. 13:41 in this first period of play. All right, well, I guess DP player and the Kernel player were asked to leave the face-off circle. DP holds it in. Kernels up, passed it up, couldn't get it out. Lang pins it against into the corner. Pins it, tried in strong. Oh, blocked, shot, and fanned. It was initially fanned on and then it retrieved it, and a shot on Galvin Regan, and we'll have a face-off deep as the net comes off the moorings. Face-off won by DP to the point. Block shot by Simon Rosinski. Turns. Trying to get that number for the DP player. Spin moves. Finally it comes clear. Kernels come away with it. Pass across. Nice backhand play by Wobig. Held in. That pass was just out of reach. Of Drew Wendland, and that puck was cleared into the Kernel bench. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. This will be Anderson versus Wendland. Kind of a 50-50 draw, but now it gets back to the DP defenders. Hard shot. Glove down by Galvin Regan. Anderson had a good look. Got a hard shot off, a hard wrister. Glove down by Regan. Face off to the right of Galvin Regan. Wendland with that face-off win. Passed out front. Wobig right in the chest of Cyrus. The DP netminder. All right, face off to the left of Cyrus, deep in DP zone, won by the Kernels. Shot deflected. Maximum tried avoiding the hit and was separated from the puck. DP comes away with it. This is Anderson. Shot high, up and over the Kernels netminder. Taylor to the corner. Two DP players are there. Puck was left. Headmanned up to Lang. Lang tried a one-time pass to Wolf, but it intercepted and dumped back in deep. Taylor with it to Lang. Lang couldn't get a handle on it. Simpson gets it, or I'm sorry, Anderson. Shot. Deflected wide. Kernels settle it down. Soft chip it into the neutral zone. Gets by everybody. Icing's waved off. Wolf turns, looks, has two DP players come on him. Schaefer comes away with it. Behind bracket. Gets in deep. Reagan just gets it over to Getson. Getson gets into the neutral zone. It's offside. DP has to tag up. Ashton Reagan with it. Up and this is to Kirkab. Kirkab, nice move. Pass, tried getting a pass over to Wolf. Was deflected. Shot by Sebesto. Deflected back to Sebesto, and a soft chip shot to Cyrus. And he just grabs it in his chest. And gets the whistle. So we'll have a face-off. Smith and Guntipov. Sebesto comes away with it. Sebesto turns. Pass across to Getson. Getson, hard shot up and over Cyrus. Stanhope. Gets it out. Shot saved by Galvin Regan. Puck comes free. Kernels are a little short-handed tonight. Have a few injuries and a couple of illnesses. So everybody will definitely get some good ice time tonight. Here comes Kirkab. Carries it in. Kirkab turns to Guntipov. Tried bouncing it off of Stanhope, which almost worked. It was under Cyrus. Nobody knew where that puck was except for Cyrus as he froze, as he did not want to move and kick that puck into his own net. Good job by Cyrus. And gets that whistle, and the face-off will be to the left of him. Face-off win by DP. Good hustle by Brzezinski. Get control. He got by two guys out to the point. Soft touch. Little too cute. Should have just passed that in deep. Shot deflected wide. To the point. Right into the chest of the Colonel netminder. 9:15 left in this first period. Thank you again for joining us here on Black Bear TV. Face-off won by your Kernels. Taylor passes it up into the neutral zone. Brzezinski lost it. Had some bodies on it. He slows it down. Carries it in. Puck knocked off his stick. Nice play. Oh, nice one-timer by Wendland and saved by Cyrus. Held in. Settled down. Lang dumps it in. Just wide. Brzezinski has it. Back out to the point. Down deep. Simpson gets it. And held in by Lang. Good physical play by the Kernels to keep pressure on DP. It's in the feet. Simpson comes away with it. Lost an edge. Kernels get control. Turnover. Dumped in. Tried deflecting it. Was Curto. Curto gets control. Once again, backhands it out in front. Nobody there for him. Wendland. I'm sorry, that is Ashton Regan or Reagan. Hard hit at the point. Puck's loose to the corner. Off the skate of the referee, and the Kernels come away with it. Wobig turns. Lost an edge. Passed it right to Benavides. And Benavides carried it in deep. Little broken play out front by the Kernels. Got a little out of sorts and kind of a knuckler of a shot. And was deflected off of Galvin Regan and then backhanded in by the Metro Jet Developmental Program. And DP takes a 1-0 lead at 7:17 of this first period. Maximu with it, comes out of the zone. Shot. Rebound. Backhanded off. And calling that offside. Kernels tag up. Fournier with it. And this will be icing. Oh, icing's waved off. Headmanned up to Zelazowski. Zelazowski got it to Maximu. Maximu's shot was deflected. Held in by Wolf. Knocked off his stick and goes the other way is Jacobson. And that puck is deflected. And we'll have a face-off. Outside the zone. Face-off win by the Kernels. Lang just dumps it in softly. Simpson backhands it to Varelli. And here comes Smith. Carries it in. Dumps it back to the point. Shot intercepted by Sebesto. Kernels come in with some speed. Guntapov to Kirkhab. Nobody there. Pass. And deflected. Another shot, which is deflected. Dumped in deep by DP. Ashton Reagan with it. Soft chip. He saw Guntapov at the DP blue line cutting across, and he tried soft chipping it up and over the DP players in the neutral zone and just had a little too much and hit the rafters to get that whistle. And the faceoff will be deep in the Kernel zone at 5:23 left in this first period. Shot wide, dumped back in. Kernels come away with it. Little move in the neutral zone. Some traffic. Gemalin had it. Got it up to Pratt. Now comes across into the Kernel zone. Winland gets control. Soft chipped again. Guntapov sets up. Pass across to Winland. Pass deep. Too hot. A little too much speed, but there was a lot of traffic, so it was either pass it hot or it would have been intercepted. Here comes McLean. He just dumps it in. Gets controlled by Pika. He dumps it behind the net. Kernels come away with it. This is Taylor. Taylor tried getting it up to. I do believe that's Wobig. And it was deflected off the DP player's stick. And we'll have a face-off to the right of Galvin Regan. 4:05 left in this first period. Soft chip out of the zone. Wendland has it. Turns and looks. Gets around two DP players. Comes into the neutral zone with speed. Turns. Passes it across. Deflected. Good defensive play by Kurto. In Boscovich. And he's the one that has the puck now. Oh, that puck is turned over. Shot by Wobig off the shoulder of Cyrus. And that's offside. Maxima was trying to get out of the zone as that puck was being dumped back in. Turnover by Boscovich. And Wobig had a great opportunity just off the shoulder of Cyrus. Cyrus had a nice save there. Face off outside of the zone, and that was blown down, so we'll have another, we'll try it again. Kernels come away with it. That clear was off of the body of Brackett. Kernels come in with some speed. Held in by Lang. Lang, hard shot off the pad. Rimmed around. Nobody home at the point as Lang came in for the hit. And that puck is held in by DP. Puck knocked around in front of Galvin Regan. Passed over. Shot. Good sneaky play by DP to try to get that open guy backdoor. Kernels were there. Now they come out with some speed. Wolf leaves it by Cornett. And that is in. I think that might have hit something on its way through. And Cornett ties it up for the Kernels. On that One Nation tap and table, Kernels goal to even this up at 1 apiece at the 2:13 mark of this first period. DP comes away with it. Rabone has it. Back out to Simpson. Kernels get it out of the neutral zone. Just out of the reach. Just touched by Guntapov. Icing's waved off. Puck rolls off of Pratt's stick. Dumped in. Pratt with it. Behind the net. Gets separated off the puck. Hard hit by the Kernels. Backhanded in there by Rabone, and he's knocked down. We have Varelli tied up behind the net. As Smith comes away with the puck, and that shot right into the chest of Galvin Regan. DP is not too thrilled with the Kernels tying this one up. That shift was a very physical shift by DP. Face off. McLean wins that one. Turns, looks. That rolled off of DP's stick. And Skruich dumps it in behind. Held in, dumped into Rzinski. Rzinski turns, has two DP players on him. To the corner, Windland tries protecting it. Windland comes away with it. Out front, nobody there. Wobig gets control. Puck intercepted. Blocker down. That shot was by Windland. Blocker down by Cyrus into the corner. Now DP comes away with it. It's Gamelin with it. Turns, spin moves. Brzezinski comes up with it. And that just rolls into the neutral zone. Linesman was in the way of Schaefer trying to get that puck. And it's cleared. And this was deflected. And that'll do it for this first period. Entertaining first period, very quick first period. Not a lot of whistles, good flow. Good flow to the game. So we'll be back shortly for this second period. And we are all knotted up at one, after one. ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kernels versus the MJDP. For this second period, we are knotted up at 1 apiece. Face-off win was by DP, and then it was dumped way deep. Anderson with it, passed it. Nobody was there. Sebasto intercepts it. And that's a high, knocked down by a high stick. All right, so around the league scoreboard today for the Great Lakes Division, Utica Junior Comets beat Bearcats 8-1. And currently with 6 minutes left in the first, Columbus is up 1-0 on Metro Jets. Kernels have it. Shot off the post by Sebasto. Kirkab turns, looks, doubles, turns again, gets it to the point. Ashton Reagan gets it into the corner, back out to the point, dumped in shot, deflected up and over. Cyrus, back out to Getson. Getson with it. That was deflected out front. Nice hard shot by Getson. Metro gets it in. Shot right at the forehead of Galvin Reagan, and he knocked it down. Guntapov gets control of it, turns. Tried a little dipsy doodle. No luck. Again, another shot right off the forehead of Galvin Regan into the netting. We'll have a face-off deep in the Kernel zone. To the right of the Kernel netminder. Face-off win by DP. Soft chip to the corner. Taylor backhands it around. That pass to the point was intercepted by Rzinski. Rzinski carries it through. Knocked off the puck. Wobig gets control. Deflected to the corner. DP tries soft chipping it out off the half wall, and Lang shoots it in, and Cyrus just grabs that with his glove to get the whistle. Face-off to the right of Cyrus. Face-off win by the Kernels. Shot by Lang, blockered away by Cyrus. Wendland with it, to the point, to Lang. Back to Wendland. Wendland turns, pass across. Shot deflected by Rzinski, and that is cleared. And that icing is waved off. Intercepted by Varelli, and his pass was deflected. Nice save. Good play by Smith to get control of it, and he passed it over. And I do believe that was Varelli that got that shot. Face off deep in the Kernel zone. Mason Maximu for your Kernels with the face-off and with that win. Passed out around to Wolf, deflected off of the wall, off of the dasher. Bounce kind of weird. Ashton Reagan back and forth with Cornett. McLean gets control, leaves it for Gamelin. Reagan battles with him, gets into the passing zone. Gamelin turns, takes a hit. Puck is rimmed around. And gets out of the zone. Puck is bouncing around a little bit, trying to get control. A lot of bodies at the half wall. And now it's dumped in. Maximu comes away with it. Gets it out of the zone. Here's Andruskowicz. Tipped in. Pass across. Kernels get control. Deflected in by Sebesto. That bouncing puck went by everybody. Good play by Galvin Regan to get that out of the zone. Bouncing puck. Brackett turns from the corner. Puck stuck. Knocked down by Getson. LeBlanc has it. Pass out front. Pass deflected. Backhanded by Brackett. Deflected out front. Again, another pass out front. And nobody was there. And this was headmanned up to Wolf. It's a foot race. Looks like the Kernels are going to go down a man. Wolf kind of finished up his check after that whistle for icing as he was hustling in, and the referee took exception, so he will get a 2-minute minor. So the Kernels will be on a Northside Training Systems penalty kill. This is the first penalty of the game at 16:04 of the second period. DP wins that face-off to the point. Pass across to Fournier. Fournier looks, passes it back across to Simpson. Nice play by Kirkab. Simpson got it deep. Over to Anderson. Anderson got the shot, and Kirkab got the blade of his stick in the way, deflected into the netting. Face-off, won by DP. Almost got away with it, or got the puck. I just tripped over my own words, so sorry about that. Back to Fournier. To Anderson. Anderson shot, knocked down by Galvin Regan. Back to Anderson. Anderson sets up, looks. Pass across, looking for that back door by Curto. Off the skate. Shot wide. Curto back to the point. Anderson with it. In tight. Nice save by Galvin Regan. Kernels can't get control of it. Finally do. Still couldn't get it out. Curto taking it behind the net. Benavides and Curto battle for it. Curto comes away with it. Guntupov couldn't get it out. Now he backhands it to Kirkab. And Kirkab just dumps it down the ice to get a line change. Kirkab stays out. Sebesto is able to change. DP with it. Into the neutral zone. Fournier. Puck came off his stick. Turns and sets it up. Pass was to Varelli. Right in his skate. Here comes Taylor the other way with speed. Knocked back. Here comes DP. Carries it in. Nice pass by Fournier to Smith. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Rabone. Smith with this face-off for DP and Winland for the Kernels. DP gets a hold of it. Rabone was in front of Galvin Regan, tied up, and he was still able to see that puck and glove that down. And the Kernels are full strength after that successful penalty kill. 14:03 left in this second period. Face-off win by the Kernels. Ashton Reagan rims it up to Wobig. Off the skate. Taylor backhands it over to Reagan. Reagan carries it with some speed. Wendland comes back to take his spot defending. To the corner, Wobig. Wendland gets that puck, passes it, deflects up. Shot. Played with a high stick. Waved off as DP carries it into the zone. Rabone passes it in front. Nobody there. Here comes Ashton Reagan. Turns, sets up, just soft chips it into the neutral zone, goes for a line change. Here comes DP. Good pressure. Lang hustled in off the bench defensively. Nice play by Wendland to get that up to Zelazowski. Zelazowski got knocked off the puck. Battle for it. Here comes DP. Hard shot by Smith. Gamelin with it. Passes it out to the point. Blocked. And that puck is loose in front, and Galvin Reagan. Regan scoops that in, gets that whistle. That thing squirted out. Good hustle. Galvin made a couple of saves down tight. He was down low, and his defenders helped fill that gap of that open net until he could get his bearings and get back his footing to get slid over and dove on that puck for the whistle. Cornett with it. Lost it in the neutral zone. Maximu over to Andruszkiewicz. To Wolf. Wolf passes it into Cornett. Good hustle. Here comes Maximu. Shovels it to Wolf. Wolf moves around. And we got two players. Wolf's hustling. Gets it up to Cornett. Back in front. Could not get it to Maximu. Gets to the point. Held in by the Kernels. Dumped behind the net to Maximu. Maximu has it. And it looks like we will have a penalty for roughing. And this one's going to go against DP, Schaefer, for roughing. So the Kernels get their first power play. So they'll be on a Roof Sharks roofing power play for 2 minutes, as long as nothing changes. Face off won by DP. Kernels get control. Sebesto with the shot. Got to get there quick. Kirkab turns. Carries into the zone. Passes it. Guntupov couldn't get control of it. That was knocked down. Hand pass waved off. Just out of the reach of Sebesto. Good hustle. Do you believe that was Jacobson? Kernels to Wendland to Rosinski. Pass across. Puck deflected. To the point to Kirkab. Kirkab turns, looks. Shot. Save made. A lot of bodies in front. That puck squirts loose. Kernels regroup. .28 seconds left on this Roof Sharks roofing power play. Kernels had a couple of shots in there tight. Held in by Ashton Reagan. Dumped it in. Bouncing puck. Settle it down. There's still plenty of time. Back out to Ashton Reagan. To Kirkab. Kirkab carries it in. Shot deflected. And rebound shot was shot wide. Just couldn't get held in. Kernels have to hustle up. Heads up play by Schaefer, came out of the box, came down and beat The Colonel netminder clean. For DP to take a 2-1 lead. All right, face off at center ice. 9:41 left in this first period. Taylor with it. Pass across the cornet. Wolf with the shot. Wide, or was deflected. Taylor. Pass across to Getson was intercepted or deflected. Getson battles for it. A lot of bodies to the point. DP has it. Save, deflected to the corner. DP moving the puck around. Carries it in deep. Is Boscovich. Brackett comes away with it. Sets it up. Left for LeBlanc. And good play by Josh Getson to do a soft chip out of the zone so the Colonels can regroup. Pass across. Shot high and over. The Colonel netminder into the netting. .8:27 left in this second period. DP has a 2-1 lead. Face-off win by the Colonels. Lang up to Wobig. Wobig tried passing it through the neutral zone. It was intercepted. Pass across by Benavidez, and it was fanned on by Anderson. Good play by DP. DP is starting to get a little bit more confidence after that second goal. Pratt has it, comes out with some speed. Loses it into the neutral zone. Colonels overskate it. Brzezinski has it. Headmans it up. Just out of reach of Windland. Nice hit by Windland to keep the puck in the zone. Here comes Wolbig. Pass across. Touch and go. Intercepted by Taylor. Brzezinski goes for a line change, lets it go. Pass out front, deflected by Sebesto. Good play by Sebesto. .708 left in this first period. Colonels would like to get one before the end of the period. Still plenty of time. Face-off win. It's kind of a draw. Colonels get it. Backhanded shot. Rebound. Colonels almost got it. Battle for it. Oh, pass across by Reagan, and Sebesto just couldn't get control of it. Here comes Taylor. Spin, moves. Gets it to Sebesto. Sebesto over to Reagan. Reagan dumped it to the corner. To Guntapov, to Kirkab. Kirkab moves. Puck rolled off his stick, and now we have a breakaway. Shot wide. Good. Reagan, Galvin Regan held his ground. And the DP player shot it wide. Colonels have it. Pinned against the wall. Hustle. McLean off of a skate. Kernels are at the end of a shift. They're a little flat-footed. Like to get it deep. And that will be icing. It'll come all the way back down. Taylor was going for a change and had to return. All right, so we'll have a face-off to the right of Regan. Got Ashton Reagan, Galvin Regan, spelt the same. Face-off one by DP and a shot, glove down by Galvin. Have a face-off to the right of the Kernel netminder. All right. Maximu and Smith. Well, Smith is asked to leave. So now it is Varelli. Good spin move by Maximu. Just out of the reach. At the half wall, here comes DP, carried it through the neutral zone. Tried using Josh Getson as a screen, no luck. Lang and Rabone battle in front. Shot from the point, easily seen by Galvin Regan, glove down. Face off deep in the Kernel zone. 4:12 left in this second period. DP up by a goal. Cornett with it. Carries it across into the neutral zone. He was knocked down looking for a whistle. No luck. Puck comes out. Held in by the Kernel defender. Wolves there. There's 3 DP players and 2 Kernel players. And DP comes away with it. Hard shot by Brackett. And a good save by Galvin Regan. Have a great crowd out here tonight. Wendland and Anderson. Face-off win by Wendland. In feet of Taylor. He gets it up to Wolbig. Wolbig shovels it up to Rzinski. Rzinski was hit, lost a stick. Shot went wide. Think that might have been gloved down by bouncing puck. Kernels tried sealing that wall, but it was a bouncing puck. Benavides, pass across. Kurto just couldn't get a handle on it. Here comes Wolbig. Passes it across to Rzinski. That pass was intercepted. Wendland with it. Backhand shot by Wolbig off the pad. We got a hustle. Taylor, smart move, gets it through the neutral zone. Wendland with it. Rzinski is absolutely gassed as he was hustling that entire shift. Goes for a change. Kernels into the neutral zone. Stanhope lost his footing. Shot. Deflected. Kernels get it out of the zone. Nobody there. Blocker it up into the netting. Dumped in kind of shot there and just blocker to the netting. Face off to the left. Face off win. Billy, that was Pika that deflected it wide, held in. Kernels get it out of the zone. To Guntapov. Guntapov shot right into the chest of, to Cyrus, and that rebound came out and almost buried by Kirkhab. Good defensive play by Getson. Oh, he saw Guntapov out there, and that's a hand pass. Getson tried getting it to Guntapov, and it was knocked down by the DP player, and that was considered a hand pass, so we will have a face-off. Outside of the zone with a minute 18 left in this second period. Dumped in. Shot. Saved by Galvin Regan. Shot deflected. With some speed, they got an opportunity. The Kernels do. Shot and scored by Guntapov. They had a 2-on-1 break. And the defender took the pass away. And Guntapov was able to get it up and over Cyrus to even this game up at 2 apiece. With 55 seconds left in this second period. This is icing. Will come down into the Kernel zone. All right. Kernels need to not let DP get back into this one before the end of this period, or period at all, but they want to go in with some momentum into the intermission. Cornett tried a little, don't know where the puck is. I think Cornett got clipped a little bit, and he's down. Don't know if he got clipped with a knee or a high stick, Cornett, but Doc's out to see him. Might have been the wind knocked out of him as well. Kind of an awkward collision or hit. And Cornett landed kind of awkwardly, so looks like he's trying to stretch it out, whether it's might be in the combination. He's stretching his leg, twisting his hips, so it could be a combination of a little bit of a tweak and lost his wind, but skating it off. I'm sure we'll see him shortly. 34 seconds left in this second period. DP wins that face-off. Taylor with it. Gets it to Rasinski. Rolled off the stick of Wendland. Anderson got the shot off. Good hustle by Ashton Reagan to push him a little bit wider than what Anderson wanted. Gave Galvin Regan an opportunity to glove that down. Face-off win by the Kernels and just pinned. And that'll do it. So, a little deja vu. After one, it was 1-1. And now after two, it is 2-2. So we will be back shortly for the third period. Be back shortly. right, welcome back for this third period. We're all knotted up at 2 apiece after 2 periods of play. Kind of the same MO as it was the last time these two teams played. Anderson soft chips it into neutral zone. Backhanded, intercepted by Sebesto. Sebesto, hard shot, tried going 5-hole, but Cyrus stood. I guess that's kind of backwards. I said stood tall, but he closed up that butterfly. Got in the butterfly. Shot wide for the DP. Got to the point. Deflected. Soft chipped into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck. In the feet of Guntupov. Guntupov, puck came off his stick. Kirkab boxes out his man. Gets it to the point. Across to Taylor. Taylor dumps it into the corner. Guntupov's being held. Not sure what the whistle was. All right, so we'll have a face-off to the left of Cyrus. Good hustle by Wendland. Brzezinski. DP carries it in, loses it. Wendland turns, headmans it to Brzezinski. Goes wide, hard shot, big rebound. Pratt, great defensive play to not let that get to the Kernel forward. Kernels get it out of the zone. Glove down by Pratt. Turns, looks, pass, intercepted. Wendland couldn't get control of it. Dumped in deep. Kernels have to tag up. Pratt headmans it. Just deflects it. DP goes for a line change. Kernels get it out of the zone. Schaefer turns. Gets it up. Nice play. Gamelin got it over to McLean, and McLean was in tight. Got a quality scoring opportunity on Galvin Regan. Glove down by Regan. Face off to the left. Face off won by DP. Shot blocked. I think that hit the leg of McLean. Kernels get it out of the zone. Into the neutral zone, shoveled up to Wolf. Got tangled up in everybody's feet. Dumped in by Gamelin. Out to the point. Dumped in by Schaefer, deflected wide. Shot out to the point. Gamelin. Battle for it. Kernels come away with it. Wolf overskated it. Hard hit by Cornett. Kernels dumped it in right on net. Go for a line change, and there's a whistle. Cyrus just chose to cover that puck. We'll have a face-off deep. Face-off win, shot by Guntupov. Dumped in by Lang off of a skate. Fournier with it. Right into the chest of Lang. Lang dumps it into the corner. Intercepted by Kirkab. Kirkab knocked off the puck. Shot by Lang, deflected to the corner. Guntapov with it, out to the point, to Taylor. Taylor, hard shot, blockered. That was into the netting, but no whistle. And that comes in offside. Kernels kind of checked up as that puck kind of hit the glass, and it did hit the netting, but hard to see because it was so low on that netting. Kernels try to get that puck back from DP as they carry it in. Pass across by Anderson, and Curto couldn't get a good shot off and easily gloved down by Galvin Regan. Face-off win by the Kernels. Pass it up to Rasinski. He couldn't get there in time. Ashton Reagan headmans it up to Windland. But did not get there. It was intercepted. Icing's waved off. Windland gets there. Turns, looks to Wobig. Wobig knocked off the puck by Rosinski. Rosinski's knocked down. Simpson comes away with it. Out of the zone, and that'll be an icing. So we have an icing. That'll come all the way down into the Kernel zone. 15:07 left in this third period. Face-off won by DP. Shot, save. We'll do it all over again. DP to the point. Pass across. Shot. Deflected. Not sure what transpired there for that whistle, but it'll be deep in the Kernel zone. Maximu with the win. Tried dumping it out. DP held it in. Shot. Deflected wide. Kernels come away with it. Dumped in by Legabakov. Kernels come away with it. 2-on-2. Maximu with it. Goes wide. Dumped out in front. Nobody there. And covered up by Cyrus. So now we'll have a face-off deep in the DP zone. Face is going to be McLean and Kirkab for your Kernels. Face-off won by McLean. Fournier fanned on it. Got to Kirkab. Shot. Deflected twice. Held in by Sebesto. Guntapov. Pass out front. Great play by Guntapov, and Kirkab had a one-timer. And Cyrus was there to make the save. Great scoring opportunity for your Battle Creek Kernels. Equal to the task was Cyrus for DP. We'll have a face-off deep after that icing. Soft chip into the neutral zone. Taylor goes, turns back, gets it to Guntupov. Guntupov passes it to Sebesto. Sebesto carries it in. Knocked off his stick. Hard shot down deep. Cyrus leaves for Boscovich. Shot down on the Kernel netminder. They will have a whistle at 13:38 left in this third period. Thank you again for joining us here on the USPHL Black Bear TV in this Great Lakes Midwest East matchup. Work on the half wall. DP comes away with it. Kernels battle for it, get it out of the zone. Fournier carried it in and offside. Kernels come away with it. Dumped in. Wobig gets it to the corner. Brzezinski hustles. Dumped in by Wobig. Fournier has it into the neutral zone. Pass across. Good defensive play. Shot wide. And that will be an icing to clear that puck. And it'll come all the way down. .12:33 left in this third period. We'll have a face-off deep in the Kernel zone. DP comes away with it. Shot went wide. Traffic in front, comes out to the point. Shot wide. On purpose. Hard hit by Getson. Back to the point does the puck come. Blocker to the corner. Wendland tried getting a hold of it. Comes back out to the point. Simpson with it. Shot. Deflected. Here comes the Kernels with some speed. Headmanned up to Wobig. Wobig pass in front. Bad angled shot, and Cyrus had a hard time handling that. Wobig saw something, whether it was a little opening underneath his elbow to try to bounce that puck off of Cyrus and in. Rabone lost that into neutral zone, comes back. Stanhope with it. Off the half wall, gets it in neutral zone, collected by the Kernels. Back in. Now that's collected by DP. Cornett has it. Pass across. Just out of the reach of Andruszkiewicz. Oh, that got all the way through. Held in by Ashton Reagan. Shot deflected. Wide. Back end, nobody home. Maxima with it, with the hard shot. Deflected up and over Cyrus. Rabone with it. Back into the neutral zone. Kernels have to tag up. Tag up. Pass into the neutral zone. Backhand, one touch, 2-on-1. Good defensive play by the Kernels. Took the pass away and took the shot, and Galvin Regan was up to the challenge. Puck behind the net. In the corner. Puck gets cleared. Deflects out. Here comes Wolf. Goes wide. Good play. Hard hit. Off the leg of Sebesto. Kirkhab turns, sets up in the neutral zone, into his own zone. Gets in with it. Up to Taylor. Nice deflected play by Taylor to Kirkhab. Kirkhab backhands it. Bouncing puck out in front. Nobody there to bury it. Sebesto knocks it down. Pratt with it. Gets it out of the zone. And DP just dumps it in and goes for a line change. Into the corner. Gets in with it. Comes away. Soft chips it. Gets it out. Deflected. Bouncing puck. Into the skate of Pika. Galvin with another save. Out to the point. Shot and save. Big rebound. Kernels get it. Up to Guntupov. Guntupov turns, settles it down. Gets it to Lang. Lang just soft chips it down, and icing's waved off. Windland is in deep. Pika has it, has to turn. Rzinski puts some pressure on him. Soft chip in the air by DP. I don't know how that it didn't hit the rafters. Windland with it. Just couldn't get a handle on it. DP carries it in. Shot deflected. Blocker to the corner. Good defensive play by Lang. Kernels come away with it. Headman up to Guntupov. Over to Windland. Windland turns, dumps it deep. Guntupov behind the net. Out front. Nobody there. Held in by Reagan. Too hot. Oh, deflected. Good shot by Anaskruwicz. Almost got that one in. Windland battles his man. Back to Guntupov. Guntupov turns. Out front, nobody there. 2-on-2. Here comes Brackett. Settles it. The net comes off its moorings before the shot. Of DP. 7:30. Face-off win by the Kernels. Spin move by Lang. Gets it up to Cornett. Bounced off Cornett's stick. Headmanned into the neutral zone. Chipped in deep. Little one-timer. DP carries it in. Good defensive play by Lang. Kernels come the other way. Here's Cornett. Leaves for Wolf. Wolf tried touching it. Wolf has it. Shot high. Deflected. We have a 2-on-1. Cornett hustles back. Back and fanned on. Now it comes the other way by Taylor. Taylor gets it up to Maximu. Maximu tried passing it to Taylor. It was deflected. Good back and forth play. Wolf with it. Tried backhanding in deep. No luck. Into the neutral zone. Dumped in by Kurto. Soft chip into the neutral zone. Gloved down by Legabakov. Fanned on it a little bit. Getson gets it out into the neutral zone. DP dumps it in by Schaefer. Kernels settle it down. Pass across. Gets in with it. Boxes out his man. Kirkhab gets around 2 DP players. Looks. Hit hard into the corner. To Sebesto. To Kirkhab. Kirkhab has 3 players on him. Sebesto tries getting it. Schaefer gets it out of the zone. Into the neutral zone. Gets and dumps it back in deep. Schaefer gloves it down. Drops it to his stick. Carries it in. Dumps it across. Well, that's where Ashton Reagan gets it. Passes it. Knocked off his stick. Kirkhab once again. Turns. Looks. Settles it down. Still trying to get some movement. Good play by Getson. We have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. And a pass across from Guntupov to Sebesto. Such patience. Great vision by Guntupov. Held onto that puck until there was a perfect small opening, and he gets it to Sebesto, and Sebesto just taps it in. Wide open net for Sebesto, and the Kernels take a 3-2 lead with 5:16 left in this third period. Great puck movement by your Kernels to take that lead with 5:16 left. Stanhope with it. Hard hit. Here comes. That was Pika. He fanned on that shot. Gets to the corner. Out to the point. Oh, that was a lot of traffic. Lang had his man tied up. And they went right by, and that puck was a slow trickler, and Galvin Regan almost didn't see that. Covers it up for a whistle to the left of his net. With McLean for the DP, and he wins that face-off. Shot deflected. Cornette, good hustle by Cornette. Battles for it, keeps it in the zone. Now it comes out of the neutral zone. Here comes Wolf. Wolf, strong on his skates. Oh, unfortunate bounce for DP, but a fortunate bounce for the Kernels. Wolf shot it across, and Cyrus made a pad save, and it deflected. The rebound went to his defenseman, and the defenseman just off of his leg into the back of the net. And the Kernels take a 2-goal lead at 4:31 left in this third period. Unfortunate for the DP netminder. But the Kernels take a 2-goal lead. Kirkhab battles down deep. Into the neutral zone. Intercepted by Taylor to Guntupov, and pass across was deflected in to the netting. We'll have a face-off just outside of the DP zone with 4:10 left in this third period. Face-off win by the Kernels. Getson tried dumping it in, was intercepted. Pass across. Good opportunity for DP. Kobayashi tried getting it over to Brackett. A lot of traffic in front. Galvin Regan saw that, knocked it down before it got to that backdoor player of Brackett. To the point, Schaefer dumped it in, and we have a whistle. So this will be on the Kernels, and DP will get the power play. Not a great time to take a cross-checking penalty with 3:54 left in this third period. Face-off win by the Kernels. Kirkab turns. Headmans it to Guntapov. Guntapov, hard shot. Backhanded by Rzinski. Rzinski's pinned. Anderson with the puck, carries it across, gets it into the Kernels zone, sets it up. Kernels are on a Northside Training Systems penalty kill. Shot deflected. Nice play by DP. That pass and shot deflected wide. Kernels have it. They have some momentum. 2-on-2. Kirkab, shot. Another shot by Kirkab. Pass by Kirkab to Sebesto. Fournier gets control of it. Fournier carries it across the blue line. Goes wide, cuts back. People try to get people set up. Kernels need to be ready for that backdoor player. Soft touch. Soft pass deflected. And Galvin Regan saw that all day long. 2:24 left in this third period. 31 seconds left on the Northside Training Systems penalty kill. Deflected, held in by DP, pass across. Patient, that shot was deflected and that was cleared down the ice. Stanhope with it with speed, passes it up to Rabone, carries it in, gets to the corner. Back out to Stanhope, that was deflected. Kernels are full strength. Pass out front, shot, and glove down by the Kernels. Netminder Galvin Regan. 1:41 left in this third period. Cyrus has left the net for DP. So we have an empty net. To the point. Dumped in. Kernels couldn't get it cleared. Sebesto. Soft chipped in to Guntapov, and he backhands it into the empty net. Nice pass by Kirkab. Up to Guntapov. And a soft backhand into the empty net to make it 5-2 Kernels with 1:22 left in this third period. Here comes Sebesto. Puck rolled off his stick to the neutral zone. He got it into the zone. Schaefer with it with speed. Backhands it up. Hard shot. And deflected up high. do believe that was Boscovich with the shot. Sometimes it's hard to read the jersey numbers as they have them tucked in. Shot. Saved by Regan. Puck is pinned. Back to the corner. And that is in the net to make it 5-3 with 38 seconds left. Galvin Regan and Getson and Maximo discuss what happened. So with 38 seconds left, DP gets one back to make it 5-3. Face off, won by the Kernels, which is dumped into the DP zone. Deflected wide. Gloves, oh, Galvin made a tremendous save. Kernels need to, this game's not over. DP's not giving up. The Kernels really have to stay focused. Galvin Regan made a great save, and then that pass, that puck squirted through the crease while he was outside of the crease on his tush. And I don't know how that did not go in. DP's not giving up right now. Kernels, they want to pin this. There's 6 seconds left. 2. And that'll do it, folks. Kernels end up pulling this one out, 5-3. I don't know how the math works, but this may have clinched a playoff spot for the Kernels. I think they needed 1 point tonight, and they got 2, so that'll put Kernels at 31 points, and I do believe Fresh Coast has 26 points. So they have 2 games left, does Fresh Coast have, so that would put them at 30 points. So, ladies and gentlemen, your Kernels are in the playoffs. Great game by the Battle Creek Kernels tonight to take this 5-3 lead, or win. Good hustle by DP. They never gave up, especially towards the end. Thank you again for joining us here on Black Bear TV here in Battle Creek. We'll be back here next weekend for a pair of games. Thank you again for joining us here in Battle Creek and on Black Bear TV. We'll see you next time, next weekend. Signing off. Thank you.